Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, where it is time for Match Week 15. And yet again, it is another live video because of obviously the time of these matches and the quick turnaround from a match week 14 as well. So, yep, you are all very, very welcome to this live stream, and I hope everyone is doing very, very well. I can see some of you already in. James Dunlop is in. Hello, James. Hope you are doing well. What do you make of what Farhad Moshiri has said about Rafa Benitez? It looks like he is going to be staying as Everton manager. So very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. As you can see along across the bottom of your screen, we do have the fixtures for Match Week 15. We have West Ham against Chelsea, Newcastle United against Burnley, Southampton against Brighton. Big derby, that one. South Coast derby, I think that's what you call it. Wolves against Liverpool, Watford against Manchester City. I've got a very interesting stat about Watford Man City as well. Leeds United against Brentford, Manchester United against Crystal Palace, Tottenham against Norwich City, Aston Villa against Leicester City, which obviously you've seen on the thumbnail that it is Stevie G against Brendan Rodgers, and also Everton against Arsenal. Can Everton bounce back from that derby defeat? We shall see anyway as well. And hello to Liz Golden, as she says, like, share, and share the stream, folks. Absolutely. And James has said, it's not a surprise he's given Benitez time, but why is he texting his mate on TalkSport? They don't communicate with us at all. I don't get that. I know Jim White. Is a very, very good friend of Farhad Moshiri, but I don't get this. I don't get all this friendly nonsense. If you get what I mean. Now, before we obviously start, I'm going to give you the nominees for the Player of the Month and get your Player of the Month in the comment section down below. So your votes for Player of the Month, EA Sports Player of the Month, because obviously it's EA Sports. So we have Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He has had a very, very good November month, obviously scoring against West Ham in that 3-2 defeat as well. But he has had a couple of assists as well. He looks very, very promising to potentially win that. Manchester City's João Cancelo, I have to say, João Cancelo has just been better and better and better. He is just getting better and better. Every game he plays, I've been very, very impressed with João Cancelo. He had a very good month as well. That pass to Raheem Sterling for the City goal against Everton was absolutely amazing. So very, very good month for Cancelo. And a very good month for this man as well, Watford's Emmanuel Dennis. Obviously scored a couple of goals as well. Scored against Manchester United as well. So very, very impressive. And Emmanuel Dennis has been very, very good for Watford as well. Liverpool's Diogo Jota, another good month for him. He is just getting better and better as well. I've been very, very impressed with him as well. So you looking at these, it's very, very tricky to pick a winner. John McGinn, Aston Villa as well. Yes, I know Villa haven't had a good enough month, but Villa have actually improved under Steven Gerrard, and John McGinn's been the catalyst of that. I think he's been very, very good. And the final one is Bernardo Silva. Now, Bernardo Silva has had a fantastic last couple of weeks. He's been absolutely fantastic. He's probably Manchester City's best player this season, I would say, as well. So it's very, very tricky to decide, but Manchester City have got two players in there. Liverpool have got two players in there. There's a Villa player and a Watford player. So who is your Player of the Month? We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold. We have João Cancelo, Emmanuel Dennis, Diogo Jota, John McGinn, and Bernardo Silva. So let me know who you think is the Player of the Month. And hello to Almighty Blues. Hello, Ankit. Hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for tuning in. James saying hello to Ankit. Ankit saying hello to James. Yes, Dennis was made to look even better against Alonso. Yeah, I have to say, I think Watford gave Chelsea a good game. I think they gave Chelsea a very, very good game. Good afternoon, mate. Hope you're well. Thank you, Chris. I'm doing brilliantly, my friends. Absolutely brilliant, as always. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Jota will split votes, I'm afraid. Yeah, I mean Jota for his goals, and obviously Trent, for his assists as well. But you can argue that I think all the players in the Player of the Month have been very very good. So yeah, I think it's one of those. It's one of those where I think Cancelo and Bernardo Silva are probably sort of edge on maybe to get it, but it's going to be very very tricky anyway. I'm giving it to Trent, says Chris. Cancelo edges it for me, says Almighty Blues. I'd give it to Bernardo Silva. It's tough because Jota and Alexander-Arnold have been doing well too, but Silva's been City's best player this season 100%. As I've just said, James, I absolutely agree with you. I think he has been City's best player. Rodri as well. I think he's been excellent as well. So, yeah, there's definitely been a few standouts as well. Now, what I will do is we will go to the manager of the month. Now, there's only three nominees, and he's only been here like like a couple of weeks already. But Steven Gerrard is up for manager of the month, amazingly, for those two wins against Brighton and Crystal Palace. So very very impressive stuff. Pep Guardiola is also up for manager of the month. He won every single game in November, and Jurgen Klopp as well is up for manager of the month. So out of Steven Gerrard, Jurgen Klopp, and Pep Guardiola, who would you give it to? I think it's probably going to be Pep Guardiola because City have won every single game. Liverpool lost in November, if you remember as well. We did lose to West Ham. So it was a very strange month actually for managers winning games as well. I would be surprised to see Steven Gerrard win Manager of the Month. To be up there with Pep and Jurgen is amazing. It is absolutely amazing, and it's no more than he deserves. He's had a very very good month, Steven Gerrard, and obviously to be there for a couple of weeks as well is very very impressive. Haha, all our votes are split. Yeah, absolutely, Anka, absolutely. I voted Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I think Silva gets it. I think Bernardo Silva is going to get it. I think just the way he's been playing. I think it'll probably be between him and Jota, I would say, but we'll obviously see. I would give it to Guardiola. Yeah, absolutely. I voted Klopp, but would be happy if Gerrard gets it again. Split votes. Yeah, absolutely agree. Yes, Pep for the manager. Yeah, I would agree with that. Hello to AD744. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in as always. Gerrard only had 2 games as Villa manager. Yes, they were both wins as well. So he's done very, very well. I think Guardiola will be manager of the month. Too early still for Gerrard, but he's made an impact at Villa already. Yeah, absolutely. Apparently, some LFC fans will vote for Stevie G because of who he is, though Premier League through Premier League website and all. Yeah, I think that's going to be very, very intriguing. Anyway, and we'll just go for the goal. We'll go for the through the goals of the month as well. So we have Harvey Barnes for Leicester against Leeds United. Trent Alexander-Arnold against West Ham. That free kick, lovely free kick. N'Golo Kante for Leicester against Chelsea. That was an absolute banger. But then again, Leicester gave him the space, the absolute freedom of Leicester for him to score. But no, joking aside, it is a cracking finish from N'Golo Kante. Maxwell Cornet for Burnley against Crystal Palace. Raul Jimenez against West Ham. That was a cracking goal as well. Raheem Sterling against Everton. I think it's the Cancelo ball to Sterling to get him to score. So I think that would be good. Rodri for his goal against Manchester City against Everton. That was an absolute beauty. I would probably say it's probably going to be him. And John McGinn for Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. So very, very interesting. My goal of the month, I'd probably say Rodri will probably get it. Probably ahead of a Kante. Anyway, there'll be a tackle of the month next. Yes, you can imagine. You can imagine there's a tackle of the month, but that's not why we're here. That's not why we're here for player of the month, manager of the month, and obviously goal of the month. We are here for match week 15, and it was a very, very impressive match week 14, wasn't it? Amazon Prime, big up to Amazon Prime. I think they were absolutely fantastic coverage. And hands down, Peter Drury and Ali McCoist, or actually Peter Drury / John Champion and Ali McCoist, is hands down the best co-commentary team in the country, I would have to say as well. Ali McCoist for his absolute enthusiasm, his passion for a football fan. Peter Drury is just something else. His commentary is something else as well. John Champion as well. So they need more Premier League games. I'm sorry, they just do. They just do. So we're getting Martin Tyler. We're getting obviously Rob. Well, Rob Hawthorne's not all. Rob Hawthorne's all right. Alan Smith is getting a little bit on it as well. So yeah, I think Amazon Prime were absolutely fantastic. Some absolutely fantastic games as well. So to go through match week 14, I got 7 points, including one perfect score. That was Chelsea to successfully beat Watford by 2-1. Yeah, very, very strange week. It was as well. I was close to the Manchester United result. I got went for a 2-1 United win against Arsenal, and I actually said 3-0 Liverpool as well, which was obviously the actual score was obviously 4-1, so it was quite close in that one as well. I was close to get Man City score as well. So yeah, not a bad wee month for not a bad week, I should say, for me. Somebody though in the top in the comment section though, Reese Woods. I don't know if you're watching this, but you got 18 points. I think that's the highest score of the whole season so far. 18 points, absolutely fantastic. I think you got Newcastle, Norwich correct. I think you got Southampton, Leicester correct. Wolves, Burnley correct as well. And I think you got Tottenham, Brentford correct. So very, very well done, Reese Woods. Absolutely amazing. 18 points. So we move on to match week 15. And it is time for West Ham. Well, actually, the fixtures are going across the bottom of your screen. So let me just get rid of that one first. And we go to West Ham against Chelsea, a London derby. Very, very impressive stuff. This one. So it's 2 wins to West Ham, 3 wins to Chelsea. Last result was a 1-0 win to Chelsea. West Ham against Brighton, they looked very, very tired, I thought. If you look at the way that they played, obviously Thomas Soucek gets the opening goal. But after that, West Ham had so many opportunities. To be fair, Brighton did play very, very well. We have to give credit to where credit's due to Neil Mopey. I did criticise him last week on the live stream last week, and he's obviously gone and scored an absolute worldie of an overhead kicks. But I feel West Ham are tired. I feel that their team is lacking something at this moment in time, and I think they do need replacements in January. I think they do need to make a couple of signings, I would have to say as well. Chelsea, very, very impressive 2-1 win over Watford. Obviously, this game is overshadowed by obviously the Watford fan, obviously having a heart attack. Obviously, speedy recovery. Hopefully, he is okay as well. And I thought Watford actually played very, very well against Chelsea, but Chelsea managing to get there in the end. Ziyech, very, very good finish for Chelsea. And, that's a tough place to go to is Vicarage Road. And, the London Stadium is a very, very tricky place to go to as well. Obviously, West Ham having a few scalps there. Obviously, Liverpool, they beat Liverpool. But just recently, form hasn't been great. Antonio is looking a shadow of himself, isn't he, at this moment in time? But this is the problem with West Ham, is that they don't have many players to come in and rotate. They don't have enough rotation. So for me, I look at this game and I think Chelsea can go to the London Stadium. I think it's going to be a very, very good game. I don't think it's going to be many goals. Chelsea don't concede too many. Neither do West Ham, to be honest. Neither do West Ham. So I look at this game and I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Chelsea. I just think Chelsea will be just too strong for West Ham. And Chelsea march on for me. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Chelsea. But West Ham, you've done it before against Chelsea. Can you do it again? I highly doubt it, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, So let's see what some of you are saying as well. The only one I have for Amazon Prime is E15 kickoffs. Ridiculous. Yeah, that is a bit of a ridiculous kickoff time, I would have to say. I'd rather listen to Toilet Flush and Smith. Well done, Reese. Yeah, absolutely. 18, Jesus, yes. Very, very impressive score. Well done, Reese Wood. So here we go. Chris is going for a 1-0 win to Chelsea, same as me. Like good minds think alike. Liz Golden is going for 1-1. That would be a good game. That would be a very, very good result for us. James is going for a 2-2 draw. Should be a tense game. Yeah, absolutely. As well. Hello to Jamie Phillips. Hope you are doing well, my friend. And Shane O'Donnell has gone for a 2-1 Chelsea. Very, very interesting. I fancy a draw in this game. No Kanté, no Chilwell. West Ham greatest set pieces. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Larry Brooks, the Watford fan, is under observation at hospital and is doing well. Thank you for that update, Liz. I really do appreciate it. So that is West Ham against Chelsea. Now we have another 6-pointer ahead of us. It's Newcastle United against Burnley. How pivotal this game could be in determining how they will both do at the end of the season. So 3 wins to Newcastle, 1 win to Burnley, and 1 draw. And the last meeting was a 3-1 victory to Newcastle. Oh, Newcastle. So close to beating Norwich. But you have to say, missed chances galore. And Kieran Clark, after 9 minutes, Newcastle fans would have just been kicking themselves and just basically putting their hands in their heads. What was Kieran Clark doing? 9 minutes gone, Pookie is through on goal, and Kieran Clark's first thought is to pull him back. What are you doing? What are you doing with that? Really, really stupid red card decision. But obviously, Callum Wilson wasn't the best penalty, was it? I think Tim Krul's unlucky to not save it, but this is a big, big game for Newcastle, especially if they want to get out of the relegation zone. They are on 7 points at this moment in time as well. A win, it gets them closer towards the teams above them. Obviously, Watford, I think, are there as well. So I'm actually looking at Newcastle's next few games. I think was it Leicester City, Liverpool. I think City's in there. I think probably Manchester United's in there as well. Must win. Must win this game for Newcastle. As you can say, Burnley 0-0 with Wolves. Yeah, not much to say really. Wasn't a great game. I mean, Burnley are so difficult to beat at this moment in time. But against Newcastle, they have come up stuck in the past. And I say this is a must win for Newcastle. It's a must win for both of them. Must win for both of them. But surely Newcastle are going to get a win from somewhere. Looking at their next few fixtures, they may as well just be kissing points away. Leicester City, Liverpool. I think Everton's possibly on the horizons. They could potentially be Everton. Sorry, James. I know you are watching that. I know Newcastle got a good record against Everton, but I'm going to go for Newcastle win. And I'm going to actually get them to give a clean sheet, which is really, really interesting for me. But I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Newcastle. I just think they have to win this game. And then but maybe they might go into Leicester and win. You never know. But for me, I think Newcastle have to win this game. I'm going Newcastle 1, Burnley 0. Let me just take a sip of my spritzer there. So let's see what some of you Sparkler. I always get those. Always get those mixed up. Let's see what some of you are saying for this game. So we've got Newcastle 2, Burnley 1. I already feel it's must win for Newcastle this early. Absolutely, Chris. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I think this is a must win for Newcastle as well. James is also going for Newcastle 2, Burnley 1. Must win for both sides. If Newcastle lose this, they're gone. Their upcoming games till Christmas, you can't see them winning the game. And Norwich and Watford are picking up points. Yep, absolutely, Jamie. Would absolutely agree with that. Newcastle 2, Burnley 1, must win. Yeah, absolutely. Must win more for Newcastle than Burnley, I feel. I would agree with you, definitely. And Shane O'Donnell is going for a 2-1 win to Burnley. Very, very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting indeed. But guys, keep getting your comments in, and actually smash the like button and subscribe if you're new, and also share the stream as Liz did earlier. So I do appreciate it as well. So we have got. Oh, just seen another comment there. Hello to Devils United. Maisie, happy 21st birthday. Hope you had a very, very good day yesterday. Obviously, you would have. Manchester United beating Arsenal by 3-2. So yeah, happy 21st birthday. I hope you had a very, very good birthday, Maisie. Thank you. Shame with a bold prediction. Yeah, it is a bold prediction actually, because obviously Burnley have only won one out of the last 5 against Newcastle as well. Newcastle 0, Burnley 1. Maisie going for a Burnley win, and I did thank you, Douglas. Pleasure, absolute pleasure as well. Douglas the Lionhearted with his Christmas jumper. Yes, my favourite film with the Lion King. Absolutely love the Lion King. Hi, Maisie. Happy birthday for yesterday. Massive win for United. Right, Doug. I need to know where you got the jumper from. I need it. There's a website called Mercoid. Yeah, it's mercoid.com. I got this from for Christmas actually. So yeah, Christmas Day already. I love Christmas jumpers. I don't know if anyone else likes Christmas jumpers, but yeah, I do like Christmas jumpers. You'd have to say I do have a few in the old wardrobe through there. Anyway, but enough about Christmas jumpers. But yeah, mercoid.com. Go and check them out. A very, very good website for Christmas jumpers. Quite pricey, but quality, absolutely quality as well. Right. So we now move on to a South Coast derby between Southampton and Brighton and Hove Albion. It is 3 wins to Southampton, 1 win to Brighton, and 1 draw. The last results are 2-1 victory to Brighton. Southampton will be kicking themselves because once again, ahead twice, and they don't see the game out against Leicester. And they were very, very good against Leicester as well. Bednarek obviously getting the opening goal, and then obviously Leicester equalising through Johnny Evans. A very, very good header. But again, once again, Southampton at set pieces have been terrible at defending set pieces. And it is their Achilles heel. You would have to say. But it's a big game because obviously this is a derby, and South Coast derbies are very, very interesting indeed. Brighton will be very, very happy with getting a 1-1 draw with West Ham. As I've said, Mopey getting a cracking overhead kick goal. Very, very good finish, that one as well. But these, as we've obviously seen, the form does go out the window for obviously derby matches, but Southampton and Brighton are not in the best of form at this moment in time. Brighton are getting a couple of draws in there or thereabouts. Southampton are getting a couple of draws. I think they beat Villa, and obviously they were heavily beaten by Liverpool as well. This is a very, very tricky one to call, but I can only see a draw in this one. If I'm being honest, I can only see a draw in this one. Southampton 1, Brighton 1. I am going to go for. I can't see anything other than a draw between these two. So 1-1 draw between the sides. Right. Let's see what some of you are saying for this one. I like how people are still saying happy birthday to Maisie in the chat. I love that. Liz saying happy birthday. Thank you, James. Good one. I was buzzing. Thank you, Liz. So, oopsie daisy. Maisie's going for a 2-1 win to Southampton. It's a tricky one to call. Definitely is a tricky one to call. Chris Welsh is going for a 1-0 win to Brighton. Very interesting. Sachin Deprasad, hope you're doing well, my friend. Take McTominay from us. Everton players lack passion anyway. Yeah, definitely. James is going for a 1-1 draw for me for that game as well. Sasha, we can't afford anymore because of FFP, and also we're doomed anyway. Southampton 1, Brighton 1, says Shane. And Liz Golden also going for a 1-1 draw. So 1-1 seems to be the most popular scoreline there as well. And Sasha Deprasad is also going for a 1-0 win to Southampton. So we've had 2 wins to Southampton. Actually, made that 3. Reese Woods. Hello, Reese. Hope you're doing well. 1-0 to Southampton. By the way, Reese, congratulations. You were the highest scorer for last week. 18 points. 4 perfect scores. Very, very well done. Very, very well done, I have to say as well. So we will move on to the next game, and it is Wolves against Liverpool. And people will be not surprised to know that Liverpool have won the last 5 meetings between these two, and it was a 1-0 win to Liverpool the last time these two met. I have to say that Wolves, for being in 6th place, is very, very impressive. However, they have a lack of goals. I was obviously speaking to James yesterday from Sweet and Sour Soccer. Go and check that out. It was a very, very good preview. He was saying Wolves are playing some very, very good, attractive football. The problem is they're not scoring. They are not scoring goals, and that is the problem. And again, 0-0 against Burnley was a very, very disappointing result for them. At least they didn't lose. At least they didn't lose anyway. But they're coming up against Liverpool, who were on absolutely fire against Everton. 4-1 victory against the Blues. Look, I know obviously James wasn't there, but Everton are just in a complete mess right now. They are in a complete and utter mess, the way that they're playing at this moment in time. And I just look at this game, and Liverpool are just on absolute fire at this moment in time. Wolves' last win against Liverpool, anyone can remember, was a 2-1 win in the FA Cup. Ruben Neves special as well. But as I say, Wolves don't score goals. They do not score goals. And for me, I just look at this Liverpool side, and I think we will go to Wolves, and I just think we will go there and win. I really, really do. I think it might be one of those games where we might have to wait a wee while to maybe score. But the form is Salah, the form is Jota. I can see us winning by 2-0. I don't think we're going to beat Wolves very, very heavily, but I think it'll be a 2-0 victory for the Reds. So let's see what some of you are saying. Jesus, I'm getting a little bit sniffly. So Maisie's going for a 3-0 win to Liverpool. Sachin Deprasad is going for a 2-0 win to Liverpool, like myself. Chris Welsh is going for a 3-0 win to Liverpool. James Dunlop is going for Wolves 1, Liverpool 3. Wolves give you a good game, but Salah, Jota, and the rest of the Liverpool team are on top form. Yep, absolutely. Wolves 0, Liverpool 3, says Shane. 5-0. They're very open. Salah 2, Mane 1, and Jota 2, says Jamie. Very interesting. Wolves 0, Liverpool 2, says Reese. Wolves can't score at Blackpool Amusements. That's quite funny. That is quite funny, Chris. I do like that. Let me just get another sip of my juice. Guys, we're nearly half an hour into the stream. If you are enjoying it, please hit that like button and share the stream if you can as well. So yeah, most people are going for Liverpool victories in this one. Now, so that is the Saturday afternoon games. Actually, there's one more comment in there. Liz is obviously laughing at that comment as well. Obviously, for people who don't know, Liz's hubby is a Wolves fan. So best wishes to your hubby, but I don't think they're going to get anything against Liverpool. But stranger things have definitely happened. Right. So that is the Saturday afternoon games done and dusted. Now, Watford against Manchester City. You'll be surprised to know. No, you won't be really surprised to know. Last 5 meetings, Manchester City, 5 wins. 5 wins to the Citizens in the last 5 meetings. The last result was a 4-0 win to City. Now, I did say I had a good stat about this, right? So, in the last 10 meetings, Manchester City have scored 36 goals against Watford and conceded 5. Yeah. Yeah. It's they are their whipping boys. They are their whipping boys, it has to be said. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. But I have to say, Watford did play well against Chelsea. Unlucky to lose. Obviously, Manuel Dennis again. He seems to be the main vocal point for them, and obviously deserves his place in amongst the Player of the Month nominees. It has to be said as well. So he's been very, very good as well. But the thing with Watford is that they will go on a good run eventually, but sometimes they do lose games very narrowly, and that is a good thing. But they definitely need to get points. But unfortunately, this game is just one where you can just this won't determine their season. Won't determine their season. Against the likes of Liverpool, Cities, the Uniteds, the Arsenals, the Tottenhams. I just don't see. I just don't see them getting anything from this game. City, 2-1 win over Aston Villa. We're on the ropes a little bit in that game. Villa did actually play very, very well as well. So it's going to be a very, very intriguing game, this one. But with that being said, I can't see Watford scoring. I think City will go to Watford, and I think it could be one of those games where they just score goal after goal after goal again. I'm going Watford 0, Manchester City 4. I just think it's going to be a very, very easy afternoon's work for the citizens, as I've said. Right. So let's have a look at what some of you are saying. Unpopular opinion, Tsimikas is better than Robertson. I would say this season he is, but Robertson is still better overall, I would say, Sasha, as well. So Maisie's going for a 3-2 win to Manchester City. So quite close, that one. He doesn't hold out hope for a Wolves win, just a decent showing. Oh, that's good to see. Watford 0, Man City 3, says James. Chris Welsh also agree with me. He's going for a 4-0 to Manchester City. Sasha Deprasad is going for a 4-1 win to City. 4-0 City, says Reese Woods. Watford 0, Shitty 3. Sorry, autocorrect. Wash your mouth out with soap. Wash your mouth out with soap. I think this is the best Watford team I've seen for a while under Ranieri. They've scored the 8th highest amount of goals in the Premier League. They've been very, very good. They have been very, very good. It's just about getting all these points against teams that are in and around them. I think they've got Brentford next week as well, so that's a big game, that one. Shane is going for a 3-0 win to Manchester City. City will have their dinner and pudding 6-0. 6-0. So that would make it 42 goals in 11 games against Watford. Jesus. Watford be looking to get games versus City, for example, out of the way. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Chris. So we're all going for resounding Watford wins in that one. So we will move on to the Sunday games. And the first one is a very interesting one. It's Leeds United against Brentford. Now, Leeds United, obviously, they've never met in the Premier League. They have never met in the Premier League. So, obviously, these stats are from, obviously, the Championship. 2 wins to Leeds, 2 draws, 1 win to Brentford. Last result was a 1-0 win to Leeds. Now, I have to say, I don't think this is going to be a classic game because Leeds don't score many goals, and to be fair, they've had a couple of clean sheets, which is just unheard of for a Leeds United side. But that win against Crystal Palace was so important to get 3 points on the board. Rafinha getting the only goal as well. Look, the Crystal Palace game wasn't a great game to watch, but I thought Leeds played extremely well to get a 1-0 victory as well. Brentford did lose by 2-0 against Tottenham last night. Look, again, that result doesn't determine their season. That result does not determine their season for me. Anyway, This is draw written all over it, I think, looking at the two teams. I just think the way that Leeds are playing, that yes, they got that win against Crystal Palace, and I think they've had a couple of draws in succession as well. But I just look at Leeds, and you can never tell with what Leeds turns up. Brentford are a very, very good side, and I just think Ivan Toney against a vulnerable Leeds defence, I think he'll be determined to get a goal. So I think this game is draw written all over it, folks. I've got a draw written all over it. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Leeds and Brentford. I just think it'll be a slug. It'll be a very, very nervy, tense affair, and I just think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Which probably doesn't help both sides anyway, but obviously the results underneath them. But I still look at this Brentford side, and I just don't think they're in any relegation trouble or anything like that. So I'm going for a 1-1 draw, so we'll see what happens in that one. Chris, makes sense that they have an easier road at the end of the season. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's about Watford. Again, games against Manchester City out of the way. Sashin Deprasad's going for a 1-1 draw. Devils United, Maisie is also going for a 1-1 draw. Reese is going for a 1-1 to Brentford. Very interesting, Reese. James is going for a 2-1 win to Leeds. Chris Welsh is also going for a 1-0 win to Leeds. Liz Golden's going for a 2-1 win to Leeds. And Shane O'Donnell is going for a 1-1 draw. So a bit divided there. We've had one Brentford win, a couple of Leeds wins, and a couple of draws in there for good measure. So it's got a very, very tricky game to predict. And now, well, Manchester United will be in the dugout with Ralph Rangnick. He has now officially been appointed as interim manager as Manchester United against Crystal Palace. This makes for any very interesting reading, actually, the stats. 2 wins to United, 2 wins to Palace, and 1 draw. And obviously, we all know the result last season was a 3-1 victory to Crystal Palace. But that game yesterday, Manchester United Arsenal, was a cracking game to watch. If anyone hasn't seen that game, wow, that had incidents. It had a lot of goals, poor defending. Very, very impressive game, that one. And again, that's why we've got Peter Drury and Ali McCoist. Very, very impressive. But yeah, Arsenal did take the leads yesterday, but I think we've probably seen the most bizarre goal of the season yet. I don't know what to say. Fred fouling De Gea and then Smith Rowe going into the back of the net. I just did not see that one coming. But you have to say, Bruno Fernandes scoring, which I think is his first goal in 15 games as well. So, but I'll say this now. Manchester United fans, if you're expecting things to get better, they probably will. Looking at your next few fixtures, on paper, it should be 6 wins. It should be 6 wins. I think you've got Brentford. I think you've got Norwich coming up. I think you've probably got Newcastle coming up. Looking at your next 6 fixtures, you should be looking to win those 6 fixtures as well. Ralph Rangnick is a very, very good appointment. There's no denying that. But your defence is going to let you down again. Look, Telles and Dillo played very, very well. It'll be interesting to see if Wan-Bissaka returns for this game. But we shall see anyway. Crystal Palace, 1-0 defeat to Leeds. Very, very disappointing result, that one as well. And it was a defensive mistake again. Very, very bad defensive mistake from Crystal Palace, and obviously allowed the penalty as well. But again, I still don't think Palace are in any relegation trouble. I really, really don't. And it's very, very tight at this moment in time. So this is a very, very tricky one to call, because Palace have got a good record at Old Trafford, but I just think new manager bounce. I can't give Manchester United a clean sheet. I think that would be 2-2. That would be the dream start for Ralph Rangnick, is to get a clean sheet. But I'm going for a United win, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Manchester United. I just think Man United will be too strong for Crystal Palace, and I can only see a one team winning this one. Is Manchester United by 3-1. So let's see what some of you are saying. Chris Welsh going for a 1-0 win to Manchester United. Sasha and Diprazad going for a 3-1 win to Manchester United. Maisie going for a 2-1 win to Manchester United. Man United 2, Palace 1 won't be that easy for Ranić to start off with. Yeah, absolutely. Manchester United 2, Palace 2. Here's hoping, says Liz. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping for that. Palace being our bogey team at Old Trafford, so I'm a bit scared. Yeah, they have been. I've been as well. Man United 2, Palace 1. And Reece Wood going for a 2-1 win to Manchester United. Yeah, I think Manchester United should win that one. They should win that one. And now we will go on to a game between Tottenham Hotspur and Norwich City. 3 wins to Tottenham, 1 win to Norwich, and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Spurs. I mean, Spurs got a very good 2-0 win over Brentford last night. Sergi Canos, OG, and Heung-min Son getting a very, very good finish there as well. He hasn't scored for a while, actually, Heung-min Son. But good run to Tottenham, because that's the kind of games they're expected to win as well. Look, Conte's a very, very good manager. It's all about getting results on the board, I'd have to say. Norwich, 1-1 with Newcastle, but they probably should have won that game, looking at it, against 10 men. Newcastle were 10 men for about 80 minutes in that game, and still Norwich looked like the better team, which is the most surprising thing. But again, this isn't a game that will determine their season. It'll be, as I've said, it'll be games against the likes of, your Burnleys, your Newcastles, your Watfords, Brentfords. I just don't see the way that Norwich played against Newcastle. I just don't see them going to Tottenham and causing too many opportunities, if I'm being honest. So I am going to go for a 2-0 win to Tottenham. I just think Tottenham will be too strong for Norwich. So let's see what some of you are saying. Shane is saying 2-0 to Spurs, as is Sasha, as is James. Reese is going for a 3-0 win to Tottenham. Chris Welsh going for a 2-1 win to Tottenham. Liz Golden going for a 3-1 win to Norwich. 3-1 win to Tottenham, sorry. Hello to Michael Talks Football. Hope you're doing well. Congratulations on 900 subs, my friends. Hopefully you'll get to 1K very, very soon. Guys, if you haven't already, go and check out Michael Talks Football. Give him a subscribe. He is very, very close to 1K now. Very, very close indeed. 905, I think, unless you've got subs on your stream earlier. What's up, Doug? Tottenham 2-1. Pookie will, of course, score. Pookie almost has more goals than Ronaldo this season. Wow, that's quite amazing. Practicing my darts while watching you. I feel obliged. I feel very, very obliged, Chris, that you're practicing your darts and watching me at the same time. I really appreciate that. As Liz Golden says, like and share the stream, folks. So most people are going for a Tottenham win in that one. Now we have the battle of the ex-Old Firm managers, Steven Gerrard against Brendan Rodgers. It is Aston Villa against Leicester City. It's 1 win to Villa, 3 wins to Leicester, 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Aston Villa. Fair play, Aston Villa. Played very, very well against Manchester City. Totally unlucky to lose that game. They gave them a very, very good scare, I would have to say, in that one. And Ollie Watkins getting a very, very good finish as well. This is a very, very good game ahead, I think, because Leicester City, no matter how many times you say that they're going to do it, but against Southampton, I mean, they did get the 2-2 in the end, but it was terrible, terrible defending from Leicester City from start to finish in that game. Allowed Southampton to get back into the game. And I look at Leicester, and their form is just going up, down, basically like a roller coaster. You've got twists, you've got turns. It's just, you just don't know what Leicester's going to turn up at this moment in time. And they're going to a resurgent Villa under Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard started very, very well under his Aston Villa career as well. But the one thing was Steven Gerrard did actually have a good record against Brendan Rodgers when he had Rangers against Celtic. I think he beat him twice. And obviously Rodgers left for Leicester as well. So when Steven Gerrard came into Rangers, he did very, very well. This is a big, big game because obviously it is kind of a Midlands derby. I don't actually think it is kind of a derby, but it is Midlands sort of derby as well. But Leicester, I've got a good record against Villa. However, I just look at the way that Villa are playing under Steven Gerrard, and I fancy Villa to win this one. Sorry, Ant. Sorry, Brad. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, Neil. For any Leicester City fan who's obviously watching this on Twitter or Twitch, I'm going to go for a Villa win, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Aston Villa. I just think Aston Villa will play very, very well, and I just got a feeling they will just sneak this one. For the amount of Leicester cannot defend set pieces, I just think it's going to be a 2-1 win to Aston Villa. I just have a feeling that you will beat Leicester. So I'm going for a 2-1 win to Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard to triumph over Brendan Rodgers. So let's see what some of you are saying for this one. Chris Welsh agree with me. He's going for a 2-1 win to Aston Villa. Villa 2, Leicester 2 should be a good game, says James. It should be a cracking game, that one. Absolutely cracking game. Villa 2, Leicester 1. Liz Golden agree with me. Basically, Leicester form is a yo-yo in a supermarket. Yeah, up, down, up, down. You just don't know what Leicester is going to turn up, I'm afraid. You just do not know. Villa 2, Leicester 1, says Shane. I'd like to see Stevie beat Rodgers, not sorry Boya. Yeah, I honestly think looking at the two sides, I just think that Villa are going to win this one. And Reese Wood is going for Villa 2, Leicester 0. So everybody agreeing with myself that Villa are going to beat Leicester. I think except James, who put a draw in there as well. So the final game to preview and predict is Monday night game. Yeah, you've got Monday night game. And it is Everton against Arsenal. Now, it is very interesting reading this one. 3 wins to Everton, 1 draw, 1 win to Arsenal. The last result was a 2-1 win to Everton. But Everton, wow. Where did we start with Everton? Defensive mistakes. Seamus Coleman, don't know what you were doing on the halfway line, allowing Mo Salah to just basically go past you and score. Liverpool started like a house on fire against Everton. Should have been 2-0 up after about 5 or 6 minutes. Everton I just look at Everton and they just look like they've stopped playing for Rafa. They really do. And I don't think results are going to improve once like Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes back. Once they badly need Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They're not playing the great with like Rondon probably was their best player the other night. When he went off, the whole game changed. Damari Gray's been your best signing, I'd have to say as well. So I just look at this and it's a very, very tough one to call, but Arsenal's record on Merseyside is terrible. It is really, really poor. So obviously for James's sake, you obviously want to try and win this game. Rafa Benitez has actually got a good record against Arsenal as a manager, so maybe something like that might happen. But Arsenal have been they lost 3-2 to United. Still got the goals. Emil Smith-Rowe and Martin Odegaard got the goals as well. But what is Odegaard thinking, tackling Fred in the box? Oh, dearie me! It was a clear as day penalty that you will ever likely to see. Very, very stupid challenge that he made in the box as well. Very, very stupid, you'd have to say as well. But I don't see Everton's form. I just don't see Everton getting anything out of this game. I just don't. I just think the way Everton played against Liverpool, if they can get an early goal against Arsenal, then that changes the whole complexion of the game. But this is all about early goals for me. If Everton get an early goal, then who knows what happens. If Arsenal get an early goal, then the floodgates could open. However, Arsenal do have a bad record on Merseyside. However, I don't think it's going to be this game that Arsenal lose against Everton. I think Arsenal will go to Everton. I'm actually going to go for a 2-0 victory. 2-0 victory to Arsenal. I just have a feeling that Arsenal will be too strong for Everton. Giving them a clean sheet as well. That's quite bold and maybe stupid as well. So let's see what some of you are saying. And Chris Welsh is saying Everton won, Arsenal won. Arsenal always struggle in Merseyside. Yes, they do. They do indeed. But I have to say that I don't see them struggling this time around. James Dunlop's agreeing with me. He's going Everton, no Arsenal too. I heard there are planned protests for the game. I can see the atmosphere becoming like West Ham when their fans run on the pitch and hurl abuse at the oh my gosh! I hope not, because I remember those scenes at West Ham. They were awful, really, really bad atmosphere there. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Everton 1, Arsenal 1, says Liz Golden. Reese was going for Everton 2, Arsenal 1. So he's going for an Everton win. Interesting. James Dunlop, hope everyone is safe. Shane is going for a 2-1 win to Arsenal. James Dunlop's going all good at the moment, Liz, but Monday, if it goes wrong, it will get very ugly indeed. Wow, there's protests going around these days. My local team, Fanbase Carlisle, are planning to protest against our owners and board too, and I'd be joining in. I wanted them out since 2014, since relegation. Jesus, everyone seems to be protesting at the moment, don't they? Yeah, look, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting game. I just think Arsenal will be too strong for Everton. So that is match week 15 done and dusted. Let me just get that banner. That just gone in the comments again. Let me just get that banner again. So I will go for my predictions very, very quickly. So we have West Ham, Chelsea. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Chelsea. 1-0 Newcastle as well. Southampton 1, Brighton 1. Wolves 0, Liverpool 2. Watford 0, Manchester City 4. Leeds United 1, Brentford 1. Manchester United 3, Crystal Palace 1. Tottenham 2, Norwich City 0. Aston Villa 2, Leicester City 1. And Everton 0, Arsenal 2. So that's match week 15 done and dusted. Guys, as I've always said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. Also, when you obviously leave the video, then obviously leave a like. It does help the algorithm, and it gets more people to obviously watch these videos as well. Again, do leave your predictions in the comment section after the video as well. So yeah, that's my match week 15 predictions as well. So James has said, for me, the manager's become irrelevant now because since this board has taken over, they never communicate with the fans. As for Bill Kenwright, if he calls himself a toffee, he would have left by now. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But guys, that is it for another match week predictions video. Thank you everyone who's obviously tuned in. I really do appreciate it as well. And yes, we will see what happens in these games. Also, I know Watford Manchester City is on at 5:30, but there is a big game in the Bundesliga this week. It is Borussia Dortmund against Bayern Munich, Der Klassiker. I will probably be watching that instead of Watford Man City. If I'm being honest. So that is a big, big game to watch. But thank you to everyone who's obviously watched this video as well. Do appreciate it. Take care, mate. Thank you, Chris. Sasha is asking, James, would you take Moyes back? Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't think that would be I don't think that would be a good move, if I'm being honest. I'll leave my predictions in the comment section to make it easier for you. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, guys, leave your predictions in the comment section after the video. It does make my life a lot easier as well. And obviously, I have said on my match on my community tab that when the fixtures are going thick and fast, I will do live streams. I think live streams are probably better as well. But I will continue to obviously do the pre-recorded videos as well. Can't wait for Dortmund Bayern. Me neither, Michael. Absolutely. I would Sashin, yes, but why would he come back? Exactly. Champions League match day 6 predictions will be out on Monday, Sashin. 12 o'clock Monday. So that's something to look forward to as well. And the last comment, Michael Talks Football says, Everton are in trouble. Yeah, absolutely. And with that, it is goodbye from me, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now. Enjoy the football at the weekend. Cheers. Bye.